You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Wait for me a clean fork. Cat food for. Oh, we're live. Hello. Welcome. Comicrypt. It's a hot Sunday. I really like the summer to go away and get to go out with it. Bear with me. I worked alone today, so doing the count and getting everything ready. I'm a little unprepared, let's just say. But it doesn't mean we can't pull this out of our butts, right, Jason? Just to let you know, we have a Jason hanging out here with us, and that's it. This is just the two of us. Not that common. No, not more. It's for a long time. No. So this is the cold opening, so I'm going to get much into it. The only thing I'm going to say before we cut over to our sweet, sweet little credits is anyone who might be tuning in right now or maybe after the fact, I want you to think about this, okay? Would this show be better if I was handcuffed to Charles Grodin the entire time? Or would it be even better if I was not only handcuffed to Charles Grodin, but I was handcuffed to the corpse of Charles Grodin? What the hell? Think about that for a little bit while we remind everybody of the Fat Jack's mission statement: we sell comics.
The chat.
Zayden, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being in the chat, as they say. I don't know who Zayden is. You gotta figure out. You know what? If you don't know who Zayden is, then you better tune in on October 9th. I'm not gonna be. I'll be in Italy. You're gonna be in Italy. But Zayden will be back on the show October 9th with his adventures at the New York Comic Con. So yeah, every year. Last year he did it. Now this year he's gonna do it. So maybe it's really Zane, I will get to that claim in 1 second.
Hey, Brendan.
So maybe this is our reoccurring is our New York Comic Con.
Did something happen?
You're so choppy on the one camera.
Okay.
That we couldn't understand what you were saying.
Okay.
So what I did is I turned the microphone on the camera where you're not choppy, and we'll see what happens as we go forward.
So wait, so is the issue the camera?
It's that problem we've been having every week where the internet is just not good for the first 10 minutes when we get hooked up.
Right.
So I think we just need to let it build up a little bit, but now at least they can understand what you're saying.
All right. So you don't want to start over?
No, that would be a little bit like what's the name for blue balls.
Oh. All right. Well, hey, if anything else, it's a throwback to the early days of this show when all we ever had was technical issues. So, what's that? I know, it's classic. Hey man, nostalgia isn't just for comics and music and movies. It's also for really frustrating technical issues. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of our good one, Fred. Very good one. Did you see Fred's little comment about you, Jason?
Shut up,
Fred. Everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. I apologize for the technical issues. If they continue, let us know. Because the technical issues do not benefit the mission statement of trying to sell comics. So As long as comics can get sold, yeah, like I'm freezing left and right on my view. How's yours? Is it super bad?
I can hear you now, but it's very frozen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, Lord Howard Hurts. I blame Al for every bad thing that ever happened, not only on this show, but in my entire life. Al's the reason why my father abandoned me as a young child.
Screw you, Al.
Good stuff. Oh, I'm worried. Should I even continue? Like, yeah, let's just run through some, I guess, business real fast. Claim, wait, usually after a few minutes it gets better. It's like we have to build up a cache. And I guess the last couple weeks, we were able to start a little bit earlier because I didn't have to do the count out.
Well, thank you did this time.
Yeah. Oh God, there be times, man, in the old, like, with the old show, or what am I talking about? Old show. This is the same show. But in the olden days, dude, if anything else, it became a game just trying to wait for me to have a temper tantrum, like to just lose my ever loving mind. I would just lose it, you know. Do we clear the cache on the laptop? I don't know. If I'm the one who's supposed to do it, then no, the cache has not been cleared out.
It's a Mac, so restarting it maybe fix it.
Well, usually for the past couple shows, that's what we've done before we've gone live. Like we've done like a restart, and it seems to be a little bit better.
How would that be a problem?
I'll tell you one thing. This is super, super entertaining. Like I absolutely understand why everybody would just keep tuning in, because
you know what, people
this has got to be so much fun.
Well, people drive by and look at car accidents too. So I mean,
That's
there's something to it.
Yeah, that's a good
Train
point.
wrecks are very interesting. You look and you go, "Oh, how did that train derail?" And you go, "Oh, I was there for that. I remember that day."
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a weird picture. I don't like that.
What's the picture of me?
It's just you.
Just me? You see up my nose?
Oh, no, you changed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause play with stuff.
Well, yeah, because it seems the problem might be our actual, like, the camera computer.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to restart that? Hey, Kyle, can we do the show and restart that computer?
Yeah, I mean, I can switch to the up Brendan's nose angle for a few minutes while we restart that one.
Yeah.
All right, how about that? Let's do that. So I'm going to do the business right now. So, Jason, could you restart that whole thing? All right, everyone, welcome back. I'm so sorry for this angle. Gary, thanks for, just real quick, for anyone who is familiar with our awesome playlist experiment, we do not have Volume 11 ready for tonight's show because I forgot the playlist at my other job. So Roland has not had the opportunity to get working on the playlist. So hopefully next week we will have 2 volumes. But for right now, let me just step out of the way real quick. So I will add to this beautiful playlist an amazing suggestion from the word man himself, Birdland by Patti Smith. She was in town, I believe. Yeah, Patti Smith was in town in Philly doing a concert. Also, Zanin, don't worry. I'm going to grab your... Wait a minute, Zanin, did you... Excuse me, everybody. I'm doing that thing that I really hate, which is like a close-up of my face while I stare at the computer. All right, so Zanin, you're claiming Amazing Spider-Man 112 and 113? Hold on. Let me just make sure that they're actually here. Oh, yeah. All right. So, DEMAR 1, 2, 3, and then it's 4, 5, and 6, but hit the shift button and do 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so real quick, we'll get to the business real fast, but this is our whatever the heck this is. Me looking at Jason lovingly.
This is so nice. Talk to me the whole day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Who wants to see up my nose now? But real quick, Zanin, let's do. Don't worry, Fred. Yeah, half the reason why I hate the damn close-up is I can only imagine how it's torturing you guys. So hey, let me Hey everybody, what's up? All right, so we're a claim sale show. So
if you go more that way, it's like you're going to the light.
yeah. So this is Amazing Spider-Man 112. 12.
It's what?
Look. Hold on. It starts up here, right? You're like, what is that book that Brendan is holding? And then slowly but surely, kind of like the opening scroll to a Star Wars movie, we're getting closer and closer until it's boom! Amazing Spider-Man! Yay! But Zanin, Amazing Spider-Man 112, that's a fine plus of $26. And then, regrettably, 113 is the one in the least good condition. It's a good plus at $12, primarily because some kid scrawled their name on the bottom of the first page, and it's just a little beat up. So it's actually only a $12 book, but it's a 113 for anyone who's not aware. This is the first appearance of Hammerhead. What's that?
You sure it's not a signature that we should care about?
No, it is not a signature we should care about. Trust me. When you see the scrawl, I'm pretty sure a 6-year-old wrote their name.
Johnny backwards J.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. That is so Zanin, let me know. So 112 is a fine plus of 26, and 113 is a good plus of $12. I'm going to put them off to the side for you for right now. If you change your mind for whatever reason, let me know. Let me start a little Zanin. All right.
Let me start a little Zanin.
Yeah, let me start a little Zanin. It's kind of like Superman's greatest superpower of all time when he created a little mini version of himself. And not only did he create a little mini version of himself, but the mini version was actually better at everything that Superman did. And Superman got himself a little bit of a, let's call it an inferiority complex. Yeah. All right. Oh, dude, Snyder's in the chat. Snyder, you're actually watching this? Like, I don't even know what 11 means. I just can't believe Zanin's in the chat. Well, not Zanin, it's Snyder's there. All right. Oh, okay. We gotta wait. First, before I do let me just, as much as I love the playlist, and it's my favorite part of all this, Mike will be very upset with me if I ignore everybody.
Because we sell books.
Because we sell comics. We sell comics. You don't even get our mission statement correct. All right, so Zanin, I got you down for Amazing Spider-Man 112 and 113. And then let me check. It's cool, thanks, no problem. Little Superman, that was either Silver Age comic or Fred. It was actually a Silver Age story that Grant Morrison became obsessed with. So, in fact, if I'm being fair, the only reason I even know about that story is because Grant Morrison talked about it, pointed it out, and so I searched it out, and it is weird. But again, that's the Silver Age. All right, so real fast, are you drinking with me, Jesus? Oh, another good one. Man, dude, I love this playlist stuff.
I don't drink alone. Jesus counts as first,
Drinking with me, Jesus. My boy Jello Biafra. Love that dude. Not many people do, but I do. Oh yeah, Mojo Nixon. That's right. Mojo. What a cool name. All right, boom. There we go. That's how old the kid probably was. Oh, okay. I got you, Snyder. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a story behind it. This damn view. It's driving me crazy. What are you doing?
I need you to log in.
You need me to log in?
Website.
Oh, no. Go to AOL. Go to my email. That's how we're gonna get the.
AOL?
Yeah. All right, hold up. Excuse me as I. Let me. All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm pretty caught up. We got the Amazing Spider-Man 112, 113. We got the Patti Smith Birdland. Your almond comment was hilarious. What was that in reference to? It doesn't matter. Snyder showed up. I can't believe it. I can't believe David effing Snyder is live right now. It's blowing my mind. All right, and Fred is here. Fred, it is a pleasure to see you again, my friend. Pleasure to see you. All right. So let's do this real quick. We're a claim sale show. Yo, Mr. Towers is in the chat. What's up, Mr. Towers?
Who's that?
How you doing, buddy? So yeah, claim a book. Do it in the chat. Be as specific as possible. Obviously, you can't see any of the books that we have right now, but we're trying to rectify that as quick as possible. Right, Jason? We're being very quick. Oh yeah, while we wait, would you rather be a successful superhero with a lame rogues gallery or a superhero with an impressive rogues gallery? Gary, I think the answer is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to be successful with my stupid lame rogues gallery. All right, Jason, do you think you got it? Am I hearing myself?
You are.
What did you do? I can't talk because this is.
I can't wait for anyone to watch this after the fact.
Kyle's,
like, what the
Kyle
hell's
muted.
going
All right,
on?
Kyle muted us. We're good. Sorry, Kyle. I just jumped the gun.
All right, let's. How much time have we lost? We lost 15 minutes. All right. So let's pull it back. First of all, for anyone who's interested, I would love to hear some answers to Gary's question. That's actually a pretty good question. Here's my only fear, Gary. If I was a lame superhero with an awesome rogues gallery, am I not getting my butt handed to me every night? I mean, like, would I even still be alive? Oh, not choppy now. Okay. Maybe that's the trick.
Mike, pay me.
Oh. Hey, don't make that threat. Or I'm going to get an email being like, maybe Jason doesn't have to be there with you during this entire time.
Oh, or maybe I do.
All right.
I'll burn this place to the ground.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to do my LeBron. All right, now let's start the show. All right. Claim sale show. Claim it in the chat. Be as specific as possible. If you claim anything tonight, you are going to get an option of getting a free book, okay? I have multiple titles here. Do I even want to do this? No, I'm not. I am going to try to salvage the wreck that is tonight's show. So by doing that, claim sale show, if you're in the Philadelphia area, you can pick them up here. If you're closer to our Jersey shop, we'll send the books over there. If you are outside of the area and need the books to be shipped, we do that. We just need to get your contact and shipping information. And the best way to do that is to email us, fjccshow@gmail.com. Talk to Al. Let him know he's missed.
Who the hell is Al?
If for whatever reason you need to give us a call, our number is 215-963-0788. Follow us on social media, most likely our Instagram page, @the FJC Paradox. Even though we're a claim sales show, if anyone wants to give us, we're doing playlists, okay? So every show, the audience, and I usually throw a song out there. Jason sometimes throws a song out there. But we compile our little music suggestions so we can create a playlist for each week's show. And we usually then post, so it's on my buddy Roland Vale's Spotify account right now. Once I get Jason to give me a hand, we'll create a YouTube channel with the playlist on there, so everyone can enjoy what I've been really enjoying the past couple months. We almost have 11 volumes of the Latchkey Manifesto mixtape experiment. And Fred, Henry is I think he's somewhere deep in your subconscious, waiting to awaken and arise when you least expect it. So just be careful, man. It's like Beetlejuice or Candyman or Bloody Mary. Be careful how much you say his name, because he might appear when you're least expecting it. All right. Here we go. Jason, Al's Paul Simon, but it is his alter ego. It's also somehow Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is a jerk.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I mean, we all kind of know that.
well,
All right,
Chevy
so
Chase is a jerk, but you can call him Al.
train wreck is hopefully going to be. We got a few books up here, some couple keys, couple trending books. But more than anything, we're just gonna have some fun tonight. I'm gonna probably do. We got a couple segments. This one is running out fast before our 5:15 break, so I'm gonna try to get to these books as quick as possible. But I want to try to sell some variants. So we're gonna do some variant sales, and then we're gonna do a bunch of like $1 books, $2 books. We're gonna talk a little bit about Alex Raymond. We're going to maybe do some weird pulpish kind of books and titles. What else? Boom, boom, boom. I don't know.
boom, boom, boom. That's what you're doing. Boom, boom.
I already feel like so off the rails. You know.
You're good. You're good.
Let's just get into it. Okay. If there's anything up here you are interested in, and I'm not talking about it, let us know in the chat, and I will prioritize that. Yes, Gary, the great Alex Raymond. That is right. We got a bunch of Jungle Gym comics for $1. We're going to do some of those. And we're going to also talk about the mysterious death of Alex Raymond. For anyone who's not familiar with who Alex Raymond is, he is considered by many to be the artist's artist, meaning that he not only created Flash Gordon, he created Jungle Gym, he created Secret Agent X9, he created Rick Kirby. He was the quintessential illustrator of the early mid-20th century, to the point where he inspired. Now, this isn't even a full list, all right? This is just these are all of the artists who refer to Alex Raymond as their greatest influence. We're talking about Jack Kirby, Bob Kane, Joe Shuster, John Buscema, Gene Colan, Alex Toth, Joe Kubert, Al Williamson of EC Comics fame. That's just to name a few, okay? And let's be honest, all those names are who influenced everybody else. So it's a big deal. Yes, Lord Howard Hertz, I wanted to also talk about the Spy Man. Now, again, you guys probably already knew this, but I did not. So back in 1966, a young escape artist decided to become an artist, and that young artist was Jim Steranko. And I was not aware of what his actual first professional published work was. It was actually Spy-Man #1. Now, no, I do not have Spy-Man #1 up here, but what I do have is Spy-Man #2. And I gotta be honest, this is an epic cover. Like, this is why you should love comics. I mean, look at this. It was Spy-Man and his amazing electro-robot hand against the Evil Eye Society. I mean, beautiful. Published by Harvey Comics. Yes, Harvey of Richie Rich fame, Hot Stuff, all that kind of stuff. Yes, Rick Kirby is great, Gary. But Spy-Man here is, technically speaking, the second published professional work of Jim Steranko. So there we go. Okay, I'm just checking in with the chat real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, perfect. The chat is talking amongst themselves, which makes my job much easier because I don't have to entertain you. All right, so we talked about the Spy-Man. Spy-Man #2, that is a VG at $12. We've already taken care of 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man, so I guess let's talk about the other 4 that we have up here. Well, technically 5, but this is from a particular era. Real quick, this is Amazing Spider-Man 103. That is a fine plus at $28. It is also the first appearance of Gog, He Who Walks the Savage Land. That is his full title. Gog, He Who Walks the Savage Land.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? That's a mouthful. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 105. That is a mid-grade at $22. Followed by issue 106, a mid-grade at $22. And finally, issue 171, which is also a crossover with Nova issue #12.
This is a very fine minus at $18. And don't worry, even though it's a newsstand, don't bust Jason's balls too much right now, because this is during the era where it didn't matter.
It doesn't matter before 1983. 80, no.
Yes, Snyder, the interior artwork, there are 4 stories in the Spy-Man #2. One of them is illustrated by Jim Steranko. The cover is by Joe Simon, and Joe Simon technically does most of the art in Spy-Man #2. But again, you're talking about a young Jim Steranko helping out his buddy, Joe Simon. And yes, Mr. Kiernan. Oh, Gary, we're going to go to that Charlton in 1 second. Let's first take care of Mr. Kiernan's Spider-Man 102. Nope, there is no Spider-Man 102. There's a Spider-Man 103. There you go, Spider-Man 103. Don't worry, Jason. I got it for you, buddy. Oh, dude, I broke it. No, it's always Mr. Kiernan. Never the chat. It's Mr. Kiernan. All right. So Mr. Kiernan is getting his amazing Spider-Man 103. And I did not find 99, Mr. Schneider, David. But don't worry. I will look. Maybe it's sold. We'll just have to figure out what I priced it at. All right. So Gary wants to know about the Charlton comics. So Gary, there are 3 Charlton comics up here. And not that I expect you to purchase them. I'm just saying that when I found them, I got excited because I said to myself, if there's one person I know who will appreciate these the way that I do, it is Gary. And I'm talking about 3 of Charlton Comics romance books. So the first up is Stories of Brides in Love with free prizes inside. This is a good plus copy of issue number 16 at $5. Now, just so we're clear, they're all complete. It's just that they are very old and they show their age. But they're still, complete. Flip through and read them. All that good fun. Also, it helps with the price, if we're being honest. Stories of Brides in Love number... I have no idea. I forgot to write the number down. But this one is $6. And don't worry, young and flighty, but warm and tender. This was Mary. That sounds like a song lyric.
It's a great line.
You're right. Young and flighty, but warm and tender. This was Mary. Yeah. It almost feels like it's the forgotten lyric in Run DMC's Mary Mary. So VG minus at $6. And then the last, when Charlton was actually Charlton at this point, you have Time for Love number 24. He needed love, so I gave him my kisses. I never meant to give him my heart. I always cry when I'm happy. 50s romance comics.
It sounds like a lot of songs, like
I know.
songs and everything.
Well, yeah, it plays out that way. This is a VG plus at $24. Oh, Gary, good man, dude. I do. Well, here's the funny thing. Like, this is something I wanted to take a moment. I always kind of wanted to use these to segue, but considering that I'm not actually very good at this, I did not have a segue prepared. But the reason why, like, I've kind of become refascinated with these romance comics is primarily because of this new series that Tom King has been doing called Love Everlasting. It's from Image Comics. Tom King of his Batman run, Batman and Catwoman, Strange Adventures, Rorschach, Batman Killing Time, Sheriff of Babylon, Mr. Miracle. I mean, this is an amazing, amazing writer. And he's been working on, now I think it was a digital comic at first, but now Image is publishing it. It's called Love Everlasting. This is the 1 in 50 variant that we have, which issue number 1. Now, these 1 in 50 variants, they retail for about $30, but this is going to be part of our variant sale tonight. So if anyone is interested in this 1 in 50 Love Everlasting number 1 variant, it's only going to be $10, okay? So I'm just going to leave it up here just as a reminder that it's there. So anyway, so Tom King, like at first, like when you're reading that first issue, you're like, wow, this reads exactly like 50s romance comics. I mean, to the point where I was like, is this what I want to read? Like, I kind of thought it was going to be, but don't worry, because by the end of that issue, the subversive weirdness really starts kicking in. And let's be honest, it feels like a Twilight Zone episode. Yet, I have to give Tom King a lot of credit, because when he is actually doing a spot-on impression of these 50s romance comics, he does it perfectly. And when I say perfectly, I mean to the point where I was a little confused as I was reading the first issue, because I didn't realize it was going to be that literal until you get to the end, and then you're like, okay, I should have trusted him. My bad. So anyway, for anyone who's interested, Love Everlasting by Tom King and an artist who I apologize, I can't remember their name. 2 issues are out, and it is a fun book. All right, cool. So Gary got them. I never meant to give him my heart. You and me both, ladies. Good stuff. All right, Gary, I just want to, excuse me, everybody. This is one of the drawbacks of me. Let me just quickly make sure I get Wordman. Make sure I get his books down. 3 romance comics. Yeah, I'm not writing their titles right now. I mean, literally, everyone's going to watch me on, he's going to write Time for Love.
But then you think he has the Hulk 476, you'd be like, what the hell?
Well, actually, it's funny you mentioned that Incredible Hulk 4.
Because that's a romance.
418.
418, I can't see from here.
So this is from the Peter David run when Gary Frank was illustrating the Hulk. This is the marriage of Rick Jones and Marla Chandler. But this book is trending right now. Just so we're clear, this is a very fine plus, $15. It's got a nice little gatefold cover, because again, we're talking about the 90s, where you open it up and you get the whole wedding and all that kind of good fun. But you got to make sure you got the Hulk on the cover. I mean, it is an Incredible Hulk comic. But
he's trying to.
He's also crying. The reason it is trending is the same reason why a few weeks ago, when I said, hey, everybody, this book's going up in value. Maybe you should look into it. And everyone ignored me. It is because there is a first appearance of a Skrull in this issue. And it is the character that is going to, I think, help Nick Fury in the Secret Invasion series. But either way, it's confirmed. The Skrull that first appears in this issue of Incredible Hulk 418 is appearing in the Secret Invasion Disney Plus show.
I like the trailer. I really enjoyed that trailer.
It was appealing.
The
No,
trailer looked really good.
I'm definitely.
And I'm not a fan of trailers. I just disregard them. But that looked fun.
Real quick, because this is actually a good thing. Thank God I can actually read the chat now, because I never would have known Gary. Gary, when you asked the question, is it romance comic plus Groundhog Day, or am I missing something? Have you read the 2 new issues of Love Everlasting? Hey, Mr. McHale, what's up, man? Welcome to the part after all the technical difficulties.
Wait, come on now.
Yeah.
Jeez, where were you?
Please, no one get it in the idea that it's better to show up a half hour to 45 minutes into the show.
You know what? It's kind of like going to a party. You wait 15 minutes, and then you show up like 15 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
You don't show up on time. Because on time, nobody's there. It's weird.
Hey, Mr. Bishop, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, let's say hi to everybody. They show up, they say hi. I can say hi back, so I don't sound like the uptight, arrogant, like lunatic standing in front of the camera, being like, "Buy comics, buy them."
But you are.
So real quick, without ruining anything for anyone who wants to read The Love Everlasting, even after having read the 2nd issue, I gotta be honest, I still have no idea what's going on. Not that that's a problem, but romance comics meets Groundhog Day is a pretty neat idea if you only read the 1st issue. If you read the 2nd issue, it actually gets a little weirder. And I give Tom King a lot of credit, because the 2nd issue is actually one full story. The 1st issue was, I think, 3 or 4 separate stories that kind of builds to that weird reveal, for lack of a better term. Oh, yeah, Mr. McHale, don't worry. Runaways Cherry Bomb coming in hot. All right.
So when you get to the second issue, and it's a full romance story, it kind of holds it to the cards to the chest until the very end again. And I have to say, I love the ending, but it didn't make anything less clear. It actually makes everything a little bit muddier. All right, Duke, I got your Hulk 418. Let me grab that for you, buddy.
Yeah.
But first, we got our Runaways Cherry Bomb. All right, Mr. McHale. For anyone who's not aware of what we're doing, we make mixtapes. So everybody who is watching tonight can... Oh, dude, Gary, the Love Everlasting number one variant. It's the 1 in 50 variant. So they retail for $30. But tonight, I'm doing variant sales. I'm just jumping the gun because we were talking about the romance comics. That's why I brought this one out. This one is only $10. But I'm pretty sure I also have a 1 in 25. I apologize. Again, I should have been a little bit more prepared. Oh, here it is. But if you're more interested, here is the 1 in 25 variant of Love Everlasting number 1. This one, 1 in 25 is retail for about $15. But tonight I'm selling this one for $5. So let's just reiterate. The 1 in 50 is $10. The 1 in 25 is $5. All right? So, and they're both issue number 1s, okay? Just so we're clear. Right. Hey, Mr. Bird, how you doing? So, Gary, you have dibs on the claim for the variants, but let me know if you actually want it, and let me know which one you want. The $5 one or the $10 one, or both. I mean, that's up to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'll spend your money.
I'm not your mother.
Oh, cool. All right, Gary's grabbing both. Good man, Gary. All right, so both of these are going your way, Gary. All right, Gary really, he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's cornering the romance comics market. Because let's be honest, once superheroes is out, then they're going to start adapting romance comics, not novels, not actual real romances.
Short stories, yeah.
Oh, good stuff. 2 ever variants. Got it. All right, Gary. All good, man.
You should just romance.
Mr. Kieran wants to see Captain 352. You got it, buddy. All right. So, Captain America 352. Everyone, you ready? You ready?
You're a horrible person. You know that?
Hey, man, puts their butts in the seats. Puts the butts in the seats. You got to take one for the team, Jason. All right, this is Captain America 352, a very fine copy at $20, and it is the first appearance of the Super Soviets. So there you go. The first team appearance of the Super Soviets. All right, which is not the same as the. I don't have a good joke. All right. So. Are we getting bombed? Cool. Are we being spammed?
Yes.
Nice. Are we gonna get propositioned for sex?
Hopefully.
Nice. Good stuff. Oh, they got blocked. Oh man, we could have found love. Ladies and gentlemen, and fugitives.
The rest of that post was in Cyrillic.
Is it because we said the R word too much?
No, you could have found love, but it would have been with Boris and or Natasha.
Natasha, don't drop it.
Good one, Lord. Good
No
one.
sense, bro.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so Mr. Kiernan, you claim 352. My apology. All right, so let me make sure.
Call and claim.
Mr. Kiernan gets his Cap 352.
You don't just see stuff, you claim it too.
Yeah.
And if you want to turn it down, turn it down.
I know. Hey, we're all learning together. All right, don't criticize. Okay?
Don't be a jerk.
We're in it together. All right, we only got 5 minutes until our first break, so One of the big trending books of the past couple weeks is Daredevil number 227. This is a very fine plus at $30. And why is this book suddenly 30? Actually, technically, it's topping out right now around like 40 to. I saw a couple for 50, but I think some people are being a little too much FOMO, as the kids like to say. For any of you, what do kids call adults? For any of you old heads? No, that seems like something we would have said when we were kids.
Boomers.
You boomers?
Boomers.
Yeah, for any of you boomers out there, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. No, anyway, all joking aside, Daredevil 227 is the first chapter of Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli's Born Again storyline. And Born Again has become a big deal because of the announcement that when Daredevil comes back to Disney Plus and gets an 18-part miniseries, it will be the Born Again story. Now, if I'm being very honest, there's no big keys or first appearances or things of that nature other than the character Nuke. Nuke does appear at the very end of the storyline. But this being the first chapter in the beginning of this beautifully famous and awesome story, this is the one that right now has become a big key and is not only highly sought after, but has been going up in value. So once again, Daredevil 227, a very fine plus, $30. And the chapter 1 of the Born Again storyline, which is going to play a major influence on the Daredevil Born Again show. And Duke, don't worry, I got your Incredible Hulk 418. I didn't forget you, bud.
You see She-Hulk?
Have I seen She-Hulk? No, not yet. I know. Well, see, Angela wants to watch House of the Dragons, so I'm able to watch that.
I have no desire to see it.
It's good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Lord of the Rings was gonna be good. 3 episodes in, I'm starting to hate it.
What? I like the first episode.
The first episode, like, I'm fine until 3 episodes in. I'm like, now, I don't know.
Oh, Mr. Towers, don't worry, buddy. I got your DD 227.
Oh, to hell with that guy.
All right. And if anyone is interested, we do have one more copy of that. Other than that, I might never see it again. So let's move that over there. A little Spy-Man number 2 with the really cool Joe Simon cover and the second professional work of Jim Steranko. They can't beat the Ukraine, so they promised $40. How it hurts. Coming in strong, brother. Coming in strong. There you go.
Coming in hot.
Yes. Coming in something. All right, real quick. What we got? All right. I'm pretty sure. Hey, if anyone didn't see me call you out in regards to a claim book, I'm pretty sure I'm caught up. I'm pretty sure I also got the playlist. Patti Smith, Jello Biafra, Mojo Nixon, and Runaways so far. So we'll see if Jason actually comes through for us. But right before we go to break, I just want to point this out because it's a book that sometimes people are looking for, sometimes they're not. Amazing Spider-Man 365, the book that everyone's arguing about. Is it the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 when it's really just a 5-page preview of Spider-Man 2099 number 1? Is it a first cameo? I don't know. But either way, even Overstreet has high-grade copies of this book around somewhere between $60 and $80, which blows my mind. But this copy here is a very fine plus, $40, the 30th anniversary, hologram thing, all that good fun. So, boom. Let me just throw that up there.
So 90s, I love it.
Yeah, very 90s, that's for sure. And speaking of the 90s, let's do some advertising and go on break. See you on the other side.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.
Hello, we're back. Couldn't help myself. All right, now it's time to talk about racism in comics. Not really, but
yes.
late golden age Western comics with. Let's just look at that image real quick. Trust me, that's the tame interpretation of Indigenous people and Native Americans. But here we have 52 pages, a full-size mag, a Black Diamond, 10-cent Western, issue number 19 by Lev Gleason, the publisher, and Charles Biro and Bob Wood. They put the publisher and the two editors on the...
Well,
Where's the artist and the writer?
They're not important. They didn't make the book.
Well, Charles Biro did do this interesting "Don't Call Me the Lone Ranger" Black Diamond. What do we get in this issue? Black Diamond, the Escape by Sea, and the Indian Warpath. Okay, 1952. But this is a VG minus at $25. Because here's the thing. Anyone can sell you Incredible Hulk 181. Anyone can sell you Avengers number 4. But if there's one thing that I say all the time, we sell comics. Trademark. And that means we sell all comics, not just Marvel, not just DC, not just terrible 90s Image comics. I'm talking about all comics, especially Brother Power, the geek. Look at that cool guy. That's what I'm talking about. A little beautiful Silver Age, a thing that lives and fights for its soul. I mean, look at that cover, guys. How can you not love comics? Here's the beginning. Now it gets exciting after a visit from the deep. Is that the Brooklyn Bridge? Gary, you think that's the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah, but Brother Power the Geek, number 2, Fine Plus, $16. And we also have Chamber of Darkness, number 7. We're getting close to October, folks. We're getting close to me forgetting it's October and it's almost Halloween, and I'll forget to sell scary comics. Probably around Halloween, I'm going to try to sell, like, I don't know, a lot of Black Panther.
4th of July comics.
Yeah, that's it. Really patriotic comics. Oh my God, wasn't it last Halloween when I sold all the Chick Track comics?
It was weird. It was weird.
Oh, that was the weird episode. That's right. Yeah, that was the episode where everyone thought I lost my mind. Anyway, this is Chamber of Darkness.
So people think you lose your mind.
Yeah. Chamber of Darkness, number 7, a Fine Plus of $25. This is the first Marvel work from the famous and one of the best Bernie Wrightson. Also in this issue, you could technically say is the first appearance of Bernie Wrightson in Marvel Comics, because Bernie Wrightson uses himself as the character narrator, to tell a bunch of horror stories. So technically speaking, Bernie Wrightson as a character, first appearance of Bernie Wrightson in a Marvel comic. That's saying something. Or at least I think so. Yes, Lord Howard Hurts, you got it. Beat me to the punch. Okay, next up. Is this a speculation book? I don't know. Is it trending? Yes. It weirdly is. I imagine a lot of you are aware there's a lot of apps now, a lot of websites, a lot of subscriber stuff towards comic book collecting, comic speculating. I mean, I guess two of the biggest, Key Collector, Go Collect. Are there any other big ones, Jason? I mean, anyone who hangs out on eBay. So these, whatever. Jason, sorry to cut you off. Even if you knew of a third or fourth one, it really doesn't.
It's all conglomerate.
Yeah, it's just, I'm pretty sure they're juicing the industry anyway. Because I know I've complained about this before on the show, but there's nothing like when a dude has a YouTube channel and goes, I really like this book. It's kind of cool. And then suddenly the book is trending for the next week or two. Don't worry, Mr. Kiernan. I got your claim.
You are that dude.
No, I'm not, because I'm constantly, I'm mitigating expectations. We sell comics, trademark, but we're not here to manipulate the market or unduly influence anybody. Well, anyway.
You know, real quick, Brendan, that's why the experience doesn't have any speculation shows.
There you go.
It's part of our mission statement. We're not here to do that. We will tell you what's cool and what other people are talking about, but we are not here to influence the market.
That is wonderful to hear. Let me ask you a question. When I go, this book is being speculated on the past week. Do we cut back to weird R-word sex bots? Anyway, let's just move along.
That reference flew right over my head for way longer than it should have.
If it means anything, I have no idea where I was going with this. Sometimes you just wander off into the darkness and you hope you stumble upon light, I guess. I don't know. Hey, we're not choppy anymore. That's got to say something. Anyway, yes, I'm absolutely holding up from the 1980s a Blue Beetle comic. And it's not Blue Beetle #1. It's Blue Beetle 13. And you go, who cares? And I go, agreed. But it's a comic, and I'm here to sell it. All right? So it is a high-grade copy at $4. Now, why am I holding this up and trying to sell it to you? Is it because I love Blue Beetle? Nah. Is it because I'm a huge fan of Len Wein and Paris Cullins? No opinion, really. But this book is, like I said, trending. And we're going to ask ourselves, why? And the reason is very simple. It's that dude. You see that guy right on the cover there? Yeah. Can anyone guess what his name is? I promise you, it's not Colossus, okay? It is Indestructible Man. That's right. That's right, folks. We're not talking about a 1950s DC comic book. We're talking about a mid-80s DC comic book with the villain Indestructible Man. But what makes this actually a little funnier and a little bit more absurd, and actually I kind of get a kick out of it. The reason this book is trending, there's a lot of rumors going on right now that the Blue Beetle movie that they're developing, this might be the villain they used for the film.
Developing with asterisks because DC has said they stopped developing movies. It's a weird thing.
We're all in weird limbo. But one thing that has been definitely confirmed, they're still working on the Blue Beetle movie. The Green Lantern show, done. It's gone. Not that I'm saying they won't come back. Obviously they buried Batgirl, whatever. But one of the projects that is technically still being worked upon actively is the Blue Beetle movie. So, rumors and whispers and secrets are starting to propagate like a virus.
DC's a weird
And
place.
Indestructible Man is a whisper on the winds. Is that it?
Would you say the character is indestructible? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'll say quietly.
Did you attempt a pun?
Keep going. Sorry.
What just happened there?
Still books.
Jason, I think you just broke my heart. Like, I can't even bust your balls. I'm just embarrassed for you. Destructible Man? And you did the dramatic pause? You dragged out? You wasted these wonderful people's time and energy on that joke? I'm sorry. Gary, the Phillies, they got swept. Wait, is this the 4-game series or have they been officially swept? It breaks my heart. All right, Mr. Kieran, don't worry. I got your Chamber of Darkness number 7. I'm going to call it the Chamber of Dark. 7. There we go. All right. Boo, Phillies, boo! What the hell? Go Birds tomorrow night. Go Birds!
Yeah.
All right. I guess let's keep this. What is it? This circus. This
Circus.
This good time.
Not circus.
This circus.
Circus.
So, am I the bearded lady? What are you?
Train wreck.
I'm the trainer. No, you're the trainer. Who's the how about this? You be the caboose. I'll be the engine.
Okay.
And
Have you ever seen?
What was that, Kyle?
Have you ever seen the clip from the Carol Burnett show, The Elephant Story?
I'm gonna say no. So go
All
for
right.
it.
It's Tim Conway telling a story about an elephant, but they're conjoined elements that are combined at the trunk.
Okay.
So instead of making the sound, they just go. And it's really him just cracking up everybody on the Carol Burnett show by improvising and just trolling his coworkers. And I'm gonna vote if Jason gets to be the train wreck, I get to be the conjoined elephants.
There we go. Hey,
Because I just
told you
derailed my
before.
coworkers.
Let's be honest, Kyle. The experience might not realize it, but there's a stable. There's a faction being developed and growing right now. And we all need our wrestling nicknames and our gimmicks. So maybe we're starting something here. You could be the train wreck. Oh, yeah, your finishing move is like the off the rails. Oh my God, that's so good. You do the off the rails as your finishing move. Yo, someone write that down. We got to start it up.
My finishing move, I'll look in the corner and say, what did I do with my life? And I just sit
No,
there the whole time.
no. That's you after an episode of Whiskey and Weirdos where we keep drinking the bottle of whiskey and then we question every choice and action we've ever made in our entire lives. Like standing in front of a laptop and ranting and raving about comic books.
At least now you can see people talking.
All right. We did Black Diamond. We did Brother Power the Geek. Blue Beetle. Oh, speaking of wrestling, I didn't even intend this. Hey, I dig through the Greg hole. Sometimes you discover some weird little books. Boom. WWE #1. But what makes this important? You ready? Let's get this out. It is a variant. Surprise, surprise. It is referred to as the Universal Champion variant. Yeah.
Oh, God.
What's up, everybody? We're the stable. I don't know what our name is yet. There we go. You know, I'll be like the Roman Reigns of the experience. I'll be head of the table. No. We're probably more like the Wyatt family. Yeah, if we're lucky. Yeah, you could be whatever the tall weirdo was.
Oh, God.
No, all kidding. Okay, so I'm kind of forgetting our mission statement. This is technical difficulties in the beginning of the show. Always kind of does something to my brain. Yeah, because I can see no one's active in the chat. Everyone's like, what the hell is happening here? Anyway, this is the gatefold cover Universal Champion variant to the WWE #1. It's a high grade at $8. Speaking of $8, we have another book that's worth $8. I hope no one forgot about National Batman Day yesterday.
What is that all about?
What's that? National Batman Day?
Yeah.
I have no idea. You know, who cares? I mean,
It was like
yeah, AEW, man, good stuff. I love how everyone thought that CM Punk thing was a work. That was a shoot. And if you don't know what those two terms are, you're probably next to a computer. Look it up. No. Oh, that's a good one. Jason's finishing move is the newsstand.
Yeah, I said
It's good. It's good. I like it. The
He
newsstand.
just stands next to his fellow opponent. Just stands there.
Oh my God, dude. All right. There has to be a uniform, a little bit of a unified kind of statement between the stable, but everyone has that thing that kind of separates them apart. So like your underwear on the back, on like your butt, is the newsstand barcode.
If you take a picture of it, does it say something?
Sure, why not?
It needs to say something.
Yeah, what is it, QR code? I mean, no, your sidekick could be QR code. All right, for $8 is this high grade Detective Comics. I forget the issue number, but it's the issue where it has the first appearance of Ratcatcher. But the reason why it just says Batman and it's number 31 for 125 points, it's all in Spanish. Yep, that's right. It is a reprint of the first appearance of Batman Detective Comics, published back in, I guess this would have made it over probably in like 89, 90. But it is completely in Spanish. I hope everyone enjoyed that Werewolf by Night trailer, which was pretty fun. Supposedly, that series, movie, one-shot, whatever the heck it is going to introduce Nina Price, who is the Vampire by Night, who in the comics is the niece, some family member to the original Werewolf by Night, with the very unimaginative name Jack Russell, the 70s. So she was first introduced in the second volume of Amazing Fantasy that also gave us the first appearance of the female Scorpion, and more importantly, gave us the first appearance of Amadeus Cho, who would later on go on to be the totally awesome Hulk, and so on and so forth. Well, there's a certain book that some people are excited about, and it's not the one that we have. The one that we have, because we sold all of our first appearances of Amadeus Cho, and our first appearance of Nina Price, and our first appearance of Scorpion, many years ago, when their value wasn't at their peak like they are now. So again, I say, why do you watch any other show? Because pretty much all these books that are up here in about 3 or 4 years, triple, quadruple the value. You're not allowed to quote me on that. The fine print says that everything I say is not factually correct.
This is not speculation. It's statistics.
Yeah. This is not speculation. Jason is going to come up with a new word for what we do. I just don't know what that word is quite yet. In fact, if I was really thinking smart, I shouldn't have offered that to Jason. Instead said, hey, Gary, word man himself, what do you think the word is for what these idiots do? But real quick, Amazing Fantasy 12. It's a high grade at $8. You ready for why? It's because it's the first time that Vampire by Night and the new Scorpion meet. That's it. There you go. They hang out. They meet. Book goes up in value. Yeah, comics. What are you gonna do? Real quick, let me check in real fast. Hey, Mr. Lamazov! What's up, buddy? How you doing? All right. Did I miss anything? Nope. I got the terrible Phillies news. Everyone had a laugh. Zan's excited about the Wolf the Barbarians. So you know what we're going to talk about next? Logan's Run. That's right. 1970s sci-fi film, Logan's Run, where when you turn 30, it's over for you. Little
light thing goes off in your hand. You're like, uh-oh, time to run. But what makes the Logan's Run series a blast is you have a lot of early George Perez art, and Logan's Run number 6, which we do not have, has the first solo Thanos story as a backup. Why is Thanos appearing in a Logan's Run comic?
Marvel.
No idea.
Marvel.
Yeah. Bronze Age Marvel.
Marvel.
Let's blame it on the acid. But here we go. Logan's Run, number 1.
Yes. I know.
No, but it's not a newsstand because it's not post 1985 or 86 or whatever arbitrary year you came up with where suddenly newsstands have extra value. Logan's Run number 1 with wonderful early art by George Perez with the help of Al Milgrom. Mid-grade copy at $10. Logan's Run number 2, Cathedral Kill. Very fine at $8. And the last one we have, Logan's Run number 3, Lair of Laser Death. Very fine, $3. Logan's Run only ran for 7 issues. The first 5 issues is an actual adaptation of the film itself. It's issues 6 and 7 that are news stories. But considering it only made it to issue 7, I guess there was diminishing returns of the amount of stories. I guess it's not the same as when you have Jack Kirby creating Kirby Originals using the Black Monolith from 2001. I don't know. It just strikes me that there'd be a bit more of a fountain of imagination coming out of Kirby. Real quick, primarily because I wanted to quickly mock Jason, because this comic came out in 1988, which validates slowly is beginning the process of validating his newsstand theory. All right. There are a lot of comic book shops by the late 80s, just so we're clear. And the newsstands and the 7-Elevens and the Rite Aids of carrying comics is starting to diminish. He has a point, whether you agree with him or not. That is
still a valid point.
Yeah, that's a different argument. But we are not saying that Jason doesn't have some credibility.
Where's McCall?
They said hi and then they bailed.
Hey,
they were like, "What the hell's Wolf the Barbarian?
I'm out."
Why a Black Diamond? What? They're like, Spy Man. Where's the good books? And I'm like, what are you talking about? These are all amazing books. Are you kidding me? Zanen's waiting for Wolf the Barbarian, and I am somehow not getting to it. Incredible Hulk number 350. This is only a mid-grade copy, which is why it's only $5. But this book actually has a little bit of value, primarily because people really like when the Hulk and the Thing stare at each other, like Dr. Doom, watches them get ready to kiss. Because if there was a cover that was 2 characters about to make out and a 3rd character that's like, come on, kiss already, just do it, come on, it's this cover. This is the kissing cover. Yay, of the Incredible Hulk. Yay. Mid-grade, $5. All right. Don't worry, Zanen. I'm sorry to tease you, buddy. I'm getting to it. Yeah, you know what? Sinner 24, I actually used to buy when I was a child, and my father would take me to whatever woman he was sleeping with that weekend and leave me home alone with her children. And my father and his paramour ran off to do whatever the hell they did while a bunch of 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds watched each other. We would walk to the 7-Eleven that was around the corner, and we would buy a lot of candy, and I would buy a ton of comic books. And I kind of miss that in a weird, nostalgic kind of way. Let's see here. Zanen, Logan's Run was another MGM property that Marvel continued beyond the movie, but was ordered to stop. Similar. Okay, so Zanen made me look like a mean, petty little ass because the books were not bad. It makes more sense that MGM pulled the plug, and that was, as they say, that. So
Are we close to our? All right, we are getting close to our next break. So let us, with no further ado, get to. If I could, it would be a segment on every episode we did of the show till time immemorial, and that is talk about Atlas Comics. At least one title by Atlas Comics. The great, don't you dare accuse us of ripping off everything.
We have very good ideas that somebody else had.
All right, so I'll show you the covers in a moment, but I want to quickly mention what this is. So as many of you probably know, Atlas Comics in 1974, created by Martin Goodman, who used to be one of the major players in early Atlas timely Marvel comics. He got very upset because his grandson, who was like an intern or something for Marvel, got fired, and he decided, I'm going to show them, and he created Atlas Comics to compete with them. But what he did was just go, what is Marvel doing? And Neil Adams or Len Wein or somebody was in the Atlas bullpen and goes, I don't know, they're doing Daredevil. It's like, we'll do Cougar. They're like, they're doing Spider-Man. It's like, we'll do, I can't come up with a name. Doing Ghost Rider. We'll do Ghost Killer. Whatever. It was just one ripoff after another. And somebody was like, you know what license property that they've been doing really well with for the past 2 years? A little character by the name of Conan the Barbarian. And Martin Goodman went, Len Wein, you run with it. Give me a name, but don't you dare leave out the Barbarian. And so we got Wolf the Barbarian. Now, I just want to be clear about the amount of people who worked on this title. All right, so first issue, not Len Wein, my bad, Larry Hama. I am terrible at this job. Yeah, Tiger Man. Zanin, remember, that was the Spider-Man. His son, Chip Goodman. Thank you, Zanin. Everybody, October 9th, Zanin's going to be here. It's going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. All right, so first issue, written by Larry Hama, illustrated by Larry Hama and Klaus Janson. Now, here we go. This is everything you need to know about Atlas Comics. They're on issue 2. Now, Larry Hama still wrote it. Hama and Janson still technically did the art, but to get issue 2 out on time, this is who they needed to help. All right? So every name I'm about to read worked on issue 2. Art assist by Neil Adams, Ralph Reese, Ed Davis, Wally Wood, Bob McLeod, Pat Roderick, Vicente Alcazar, Larry Lieber, Paul Kirchner, and Jack Abel. Man, that better be an epic issue number 2. But don't worry, you know who wrote and illustrated issue 3? None of those people. Issue 3, written by Steve Skeets, illustrated by Leo Summers. Do you know who wrote issue 4? Again, nobody who came before. Issue 4, written by Mike Friedrich, illustrated by Jim Craig and the Atlas bullpen, who was probably Chip Goodman at that time.
I like the fact that the title is small in the first cover.
All right,
so small.
Yeah, I know.
And the second one, it's get bigger and bigger.
Wolf the Barbarian, don't you dare accuse us of ripping off John Buscema.
That's Wolf.
Issue number 2. Issue number 3. And issue number 4. Oh, Atlas. I mean, can Wolf survive Death Knight and the Darkling Forest? Can Wolf survive complete and utter lack of imagination?
No, neither.
So here's the thing, all joking aside, issue number 1 is a very fine at $14. Issue 2 is a mid-grade at $9. Issue 3 is a mid-grade at $6. And issue 4 is a mid-grade at $6. But here's the deal. If there's anyone interested in all 4 issues, I will sell you all 4 for $20. So you're pretty much getting, you're buying 2, no, you're buying 1.5 and getting the other 3 for free. So there you go. Wolf the Barbarian, all 4 issues, and there were only 4 issues. All right, sorry. I apologize. Zanin already claimed the Wolf Barbarian number 2. So the complete, actually, I'll give you another deal. You can buy, I'll give you issue 1, 3, and 4. If you buy issue 1 for $14, I'm going to give you 3 and 4 for free. So there we go. But Zanin, you got your Wolf number 2. And Gary, you got the other issues, but I'm giving you the deal. Because I'm a good guy. All right, but let me catch up with the claims real quick. So Zanin is getting Wolf number 2. And Gary is getting Wolf number 1. But number 3 and 4 are getting thrown in. All right. Boom. And Mr. Kiernan, yes, you can get the Logan's Run. Run. Do the, come on, man. What's the song? Run
away. Oh, no, wait. Damn it.
Now, I can always count on you to alive in the show.
Run, Run Away is by Slade.
But what is it like, run? No.
There, run away. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That is it. All right. So we weren't completely off.
But we weren't doing as quick as it should be.
No, we really weren't that bright. We don't have a lot going for us.
Listen, my 3 brain cells are racking around there. It's all right.
All right, so let's just make sure. All right, so Mr. Kiernan, you got your 3 Logan's Run. Zanin, you got Wolf number 2. Gary, you got Wolf number 1. And 3 and 4 are being tossed in as a little cherry on top. All right. Far side, running away. Can't keep running away. Oh, cool. Nice. Oh, too bad Gary already cleaned. Yo, I need a song from you, Jason. Don't be a punk. Don't be a punk. Yeah, don't be. All right, what's our next break? 5:45. Oh, sorry, Kyle. My apology. I meant the moment I was done, Wolf, to toss it over to you. So we're gonna go to break, and when we come back, we're going to do. Let's do like $2 comics. Well, I'm gonna pick a. Wait, sorry, don't. What am I gonna do? All right, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So find out when we get back from this break.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, hello there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Andre, folks. I am your host, Andre Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectibles.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
Comic culture and sales.
Get the inside scoop on everything happening at The Experience every week. Join our mailing list by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen and then watching your email inbox.
comics. They're special. They're important. And we sell them. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some dollar books. But the first series that we're going to do, so all these books are in very good condition. When I say very good, I should say they're all high grade. But most of them are reprints of old comic strips. But we'll talk about what that means in 1 second. So they're all going to be $1, okay? And they pretty much pertain to the artists that we were talking about earlier in the show. And I can't remember if that was during the technical issues. So actually, no one actually heard me talk about. But anyway, we are talking about the artist, Alex Raymond. So here we have, so the main title, so I don't have any Rip Kirby's, I don't have any Secret Agent X9s, no Flash Gordons, but the next big title, so when Alex Raymond, I think it was in 1936, is that right? He created the Flash Gordon comic strip in 1934, so as to compete with the very successful at the time Buck Rogers comic strip. But obviously, with the success of Flash Gordon, he went on to create more series, more titles, all that kind of stuff. Well, the second series he created to accompany Flash Gordon, meaning that you'd open up your newspaper and one page would be 2 strips. Now, this is the era where comic strips were just like fine art, if we're being very honest. Winsor McKay, Hal Foster, all these, you know. And so you have Flash Gordon, the big Flash Gordon strip at the bottom of the page. And above the page, you had Jungle Jim. That's right, Jungle Jim. Got some Jungle Jims right there. Now, Jungle Jim, much in the way that Flash Gordon was a competitor with Buck Rogers, Jungle Jim was created with the hopes to compete with Hal Foster's Tarzan, which at the time was very successful. So let's just take a quick moment. So the story of Jungle Jim by Alex Raymond features stories of the globe-hopping adventures of Jim Bradley. He confronts pirates and international terrorists on several continents in adventures ranging from China to India to Burma and other exotic and dangerous locales. Alex Raymond created Flash Gordon to compete with Buck Rogers. Not stopping there, he went on to create Jungle Jim's, a rival to Tarzan of the Apes. The stories originally appeared on Sunday comic strip pages atop Raymond's Flash Gordon. Raymond also created Secret Agent X9 along with Dashiell Hammett, that's pretty badass, and Rip Kirby, a two-fisted but intellectual detective. Jungle Jim actually appeared in a bunch of films as well. I just don't know what any of those films are. Jason, thank you very much for your Flock of Seagulls song. All right. No, I kid.
What? I can't make a quote?
No, I'm just kidding. I always said there's no high or low art here. All right. But here's the fun thing about Alex Raymond. So like I said, he was very successful with Flash Gordon was huge. Jungle Jim ended up being a big hit. Secret Agent X9 was a big hit. But right around in, I believe, 1944, 1945, Alex Raymond, a man's man, decided he was going to go off and fight for his country in the Pacific Theater of World War II. And so Alex Raymond went off to war and joined the Marines. And he was out there for a couple years before, obviously, we dropped an atomic bomb on people and, pretty much changed the course of history forever. But Alex Raymond came home and went, wow, I can't wait to get back on Flash Gordon. But King Syndicate, who owned the comic strip, said, Alex, you chose to go to war. You didn't get drafted. You left us, and we moved on. And we have a younger, sexier artist working on Flash Gordon, and the sales haven't dropped since you left. And Alex Raymond's like, King!
And King's like, whoa, we love you, Alex. We love you. We will let you do anything, create anything. And so Alex Raymond went, I like that deal, and created Rip Kirby, which some people would argue is his greatest work. Again, we're not here to decide, but let's be honest, Alex Raymond is famous for a reason. There's another reason why Alex Raymond is famous. Not only is he a huge inspiration on pretty much everybody that created the comic book art form and industry, but Alex Raymond's death is considered to be quite mysterious. First of all, Gary, I know you're probably the only person I know who actually read this, but Dave Sim, the writer, creator, artist of Cerebus, the Aardvark, he created a series right around the time when his physical skills were starting to deteriorate. I believe he's got like arthritis or something. He can't draw like the way he used to. But he did a series called Glamour Puss. And Glamour Puss was specifically about the last few. It's a fictional. It's sort of like a fictional period of Alex Raymond's last few days before his mysterious death. But it specifically focuses on, because Alex Raymond, the reason why he's considered such an amazing artist is he was just a gifted draftsman. I mean, when he drew human figures, anything, a car, a bird, a dog, a sexy model, I mean, it was just out of this world. Like, nobody was even close to him. And he did a lot of fashion design and art while he was doing his comic strips and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Gary, you know what I'm talking about. So soon after Glamour Puss, Dave Sim, who just became so obsessed with Alex Raymond, he created a book called The Mysterious Death of Alex Raymond. Now, before I knew more about Alex Raymond's death, I kind of wanted more of like a D.B. Cooper thing, or I kind of wanted some like locked door mystery. It's really not, I don't know. Dave Sim, he kind of goes into some, let's call them interesting avenues of thought. But as far as we know, Alex Raymond loved driving cars. He liked his cars. And one night, around the age of 56, it occurred in 1956, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah. It occurred in 1956, but I'm pretty sure he was in his mid-40s at the time. So he was out with his contemporary artist buddy, Stephen Drake, and they were driving around in one of Alex Raymond's sports car it was convertible, so the hood's down, and they're driving in the countryside and having a great time, and it starts to rain. And it starts pouring. And instead of pulling over and putting the hood up or, I don't know, doing anything sensible, Alex Raymond supposedly decides that the better idea is to drive a lot faster through the rain and just get home earlier, so they'll put the hood up later.
Good idea.
Right, great idea.
I mean, back in the day when seatbelts were.
Yeah, well, just so we're clear, because this is important. Alex Raymond's seatbelt was on. Steve Drake's seatbelt was not.
Still lap seatbelts.
Because when Alex Raymond, I did show the Black Diamond. We will get to the Black Diamond in 1 second. Let me just finish this one thought. So Alex Raymond just started to drive a lot faster and lost control of the car, drove into a tree, into a tree. Steve Drake flies out of the car, saves his life. Alex Raymond, seatbelt, dead. Now, some people are like, tragic. It was a tragic death. Stephen Drake and a few people who knew Alex Raymond felt there was a possibility that Alex Raymond might have been suicidal, because the month prior to the accident that inevitably killed him, he had had 4 other motor vehicle accidents. At the time, Alex Raymond had a lot of mistresses, a lot. And he had a wife who would not divorce him. So there were a lot of people in his life that believed Alex Raymond was becoming suicidal, that his personal life, because again, he was a man's man. He was the kind of man that we all sort of want to be, but secretly the stories always seem to end tragically. These men's men or whatever always seem to be broken, depressed, in a lot of pain. Like it's almost like they're overcompensating for something in some of their behavior, especially when it comes to substance abuses or their relationships with women and sex. Well, there are a lot of people who are invested in the Alex Raymond estate, let's say, who are like, that is a terrible, terrible lie. Alex Raymond was a healthy, wonderful man, and it was a tragic accident, and how dare you question it? And then there are other people, including the man who was in the car with them at the time, who felt, let's say, Alex had become dark. And again, I'm not here to make light, and I don't know one way or the other. I don't know. It's a mystery. It doesn't even matter. It's tragic. He died too young. He died for a guy that talented, he died, I think it was mid-40s or something like that. No matter what we think about it, it's terrible. But at the same time, because of his heavy influence upon the industry and the art form that we all love, he has become a bit of a mythical figure. And what happens with any mythical figure, because let's be honest, we don't exist. Stories are more real than we are. Batman and Superman are more real than you and I. Batman had his own damn holiday yesterday. We have a birthday that nobody cares about. But either way, we create myths, we create story. And as we get further and further away from the tragic death of Alex Raymond, it becomes more legend. And, some things become, some gaps in the story get filled by us as we tell stories. So with that said, Mr. McHale, Black Diamond, early 50s Westerns, a 10 center. This is a VG minus, $25. Yep, Black Diamond, ripping off Lone Ranger. Okay. All right. So with that said, did I get it all? Boom, boom, boom. Jungle Jim was a hit to rival Hal Foster's work on Tarzan, and it was intended to harken back to the work of Kipling, Haggard, and Burroughs. With that said, I have here in my hand from a company, Pioneer. So Pioneer Comics was an extension of King Syndicate. King Syndicate is the newspaper syndicate who owned all of Alex Raymond's creations and work and so forth. Pioneer Comics put out a series called The Official Jungle Jim by Alex Raymond, and it is all reproductions and reprints of original Alex Raymond Jungle Jim comic strips. So with that said, I'll get back to the chat in a second. I'm going to burn through these super fast. So here we go. Official Jungle Jim Annual, #1. These are all $1, okay? #1. #2. #3. #4. #5. #6. #7. #8. Look at that sexy man. Come on. Who wouldn't want to be that guy? Bogart sure did. #10. #11. #12. #13. And #14. And #15. And last but not least, #16. So there we go. We have an annual, and then we have issue 1 through 16. Gary, it is yours, my friend.
these are going to go to a very good home. So we're talking about, yeah, 7. Oh, okay. It was out of order because I put it out of order. Gary,
touch it.
they're all yours, buddy. Jungle Gym, going to my boy Gary. All right. Make sure let me note that down. All $1. All the Jungle Gym. It's so weird saying Jungle Gym.
Yeah, I think it's playtime.
Yeah, right? Just one of those things.
Guy, what's a guy?
All right, let me check. Sorry, fellas. This is like checking real quick with the chat. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, everyone being smarter than me. Drake, owner of the car. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jack Cole. That's another one. Yeah, Gary, those covers are very dope. I'm doing a few books for the original run of Valiant. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, David. But Zane, and I go back to our whole Mad Men TV. Zane and I are convinced. There's a book called The Untold Tales of Marvel, The Untold Stories of Marvel Comics. But, and again, Howard Chaykin's Hey Kids. If there's anything we've learned, especially over the past 20, 30 years, the first 50, 60 years of this industry and art form is just one of the most dramatic,
it's weird,
tragic,
it's weird.
It's so strange. Now, again, we're talking about an industry created primarily by organized crime that took advantage of young immigrant teenagers so they could launder money by selling cheap junk through comic books. Maybe there's a psychic ripple effect, but I gotta be honest, too many people have died young and tragically in this industry. And this industry has just swallowed and spit out people. I mean, the people who created this industry, the people who created these characters, the people who died penniless and alone, and yet the character they created are making billions and billions of dollars decades later. It's insane. Mr. McHale, I got your Black Diamond, because no matter how often I go off in tangents and just start talking to myself or to whatever Jason is, we are here, as I always love to say, we sell comics. All right, Black Diamond for Mr. McHale.
Up.
There we go. Right, literally next to my face. Literally next to my face. All right. Let me just. All right, so I gotta get Mr. McHale his fresh list. Boom. Black Diamond. Thank you. All right. Anything else? Yes, and Zanin, that's exactly it. Zanin and I are just convinced the early years of the comic industry would make the best, like, Mad Men-esque TV show. Zanin, you know what? We got to start talking about it. Let's you and I just start writing it. You know,
you have to.
We'll get everybody on the show involved. You know, we'll create it. And then we can all, when it becomes successful, then we can all sue each other to figure out who really created it and who deserves all the money, which kind of sounds like the comic book industry.
But you sit on TV, so...
You'd have to include that time in the 80s when guys were literally walking across the street to the other company's office.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They'd get fired from one company, go across the street, and just recreate Blue Beetle across the street to the other company.
Hell, if you want to make $10 over here.
Right, and let's not forget this. Here's one of the best things about it, kind of like Mad Men. The comic, like the stories and characters that they were creating at the time is the motif to kind of symbolically recognize what was culturally going on in our country. I mean, because let's be honest, like I can't remember who initially said it, but I love this idea that if you really want to know about a culture and a society at the time that it actually existed, it's not the books and historical stuff written later, it's the junk culture. It's the stuff that was created in the moment, because people aren't thinking. They're subconscious, their natural fears, their natural prejudices, all that kind of stuff, either because there's a big historical event going on, like, I don't know, a big war or another war,
With social change.
Lots of social change. Yeah, exactly. Like, and if anything else, I would want to create it just so when we get to the season that is about the early Bronze Age of Marvel, I could, as Starlin and Steve Gerber and Englehart and Brunner and McGregor, and they're all wandering around New York tripping on acid. I can visualize what they're tripping on, and it's all. Imagine it, just the animation of like these characters, like as they're being created, or the things that are influencing. And you cut to certain panels and certain stories. Obviously, the licensing would be just out, just insane. But there's an idea there. There's an idea there. That's all I'm saying. All right. So okay. Nothing's happening in the chat that. All right. So I already sold all the Alex Raymond books. All right.
Hey.
So I'm gonna move on to some Marvel books. Dollars. Okay. And
I do real quick want to
Yes.
recommend Disguised as Clark Kent. I recommend it to Zanin specifically, but for anybody, it's a look at how the comic industry was made up by people of the Jewish ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
And how they were taking advantage of other people of Jewish ethnicity to get over on children.
Yeah.
It's really a wild kind of look at how the industry kind of cannibalizes itself, especially in the early days, and how it was even people inside of certain socioeconomic backgrounds that you would think would be supporting each other, cannibalizing themselves too.
Yeah. This industry has a checkered past. It's interesting. You okay there? Did you see something?
Look the way he's sitting. Like, look at how Spider-Man's drawn.
Are you upset that it looks like he's gonna kick himself in the balls?
His feet are forward.
Yeah.
His back is back.
Yeah. He's
But his
Spider-Man.
face is forward.
Dude, you've never commented on Todd McFarlane poses on Spider-Man?
Oh, that's bad.
Like
that is.
If there's anybody in the Marvel universe who
That
could unhinge every joint, it's Peter Parker.
Everything about that's wrong.
Yeah. You go tell whoever that artist was.
Still better than the Fantastic Four, where Mr. Fantastic has two left hands.
I don't.
Great
you know
point.
what? No,
Or how about the she, where she has 6 fingers for some reason?
No.
Or
Every time I see that book, I laugh.
right?
I could say those are okay. His feet are forward. His torso's back. And his face is forward.
Yeah. He might be able to do something that teenage boys have been wishing they were able to do in their bedrooms since the beginning of time.
Lick his butt?
No. We can't say what it is because this is a family show. Because children watch this a lot. There's a lot of children out there watching us, talk about comics. I mean, kids want more Deathlock comics. Okay? No, real quick. Let me try to sell some Deathlocks real fast. Deathlock the Demolisher, who is not the same as the Deathlock who would become big in the late 80s and 90s. 2 different Deathlocks. But Dwayne McDuffie created the second Deathlock, and he did a really cool prestige format miniseries, Deathlock 1 through 4, that introduced with Jackson Geiss, the artist, who introduced a new Deathlock, who would later go on to be the Deathlock of the 90s, and pretty much for most of the past 30 years, this version of Deathlock is usually the one who's popping up. Now, the Prestige format series became a little hard to find for a weird period at around 1990. So Marvel, because they knew they were about to put out a new ongoing series, they put out this 4-issue miniseries called Deathlock Special. So this is the one written by Dwayne McDuffie and illustrated by Jackson Geiss. Now, these are all high grade or VF pluses, and all of these are $1. So I'm just going to burn through them real fast. I'm going to do the 4-issue miniseries, and then about 10-ish issues of the Deathlock ongoing. So here we go. So this is Deathlock Special number 1. Number 2, Chaos in Coney Island.
It's a horrible place.
Number 3, how dare you?
Coney Island's disgusting.
Number 4, Now the first issue is the one that really has value, but like I said, they're all $1. Deathlock number 1, ongoing series. Number 2, guest starring Forge. Probably one of the stranger guest stars for the 90s. This is a great cover coming up. Number 3, Deathlock vs. Doom. Number 4. Are sales not doing well? I don't know, but don't worry. Fantastic Four and Wolverine are showing up.
Thank God.
Issue number 5. And then they were like, wait, that didn't help. Get the next guy. Issue 6, Deathlock vs. the Punisher. Issue 7, Deathlock gets really inspired by the Punisher. Issue 8, someone calls out Deathlock to die.
But when does Ghost Rider come involved?
Issue 10, Ghost Rider shows up.
Van still, bring Ghost Rider on.
Dude, we didn't even write that. We didn't plan that. Yeah, and that's the last issue of Deathlock I got. Yeah, Ghost Rider shows up. And I was going to make the joke. I guess the Punisher didn't help.
Ghost
What's the
Rider.
name? Yeah, nice. You already have Wolverine. I mean, at this point, we're Spider-Man. Well, the problem was that Spider-Man was hanging out in Damage Control. So back in the late 80s, I guess some editor or writer or somebody was like, it's really funny. We really destroy New York a lot in our comic books with the superheroes. Who cleans up the mess? And someone went, and who was it? Someone. Oh, Dwayne McDuffie. He was like, I got a great idea. There's an actual organization called Damage Control, and they show up after the big superhero fight and clean up. And guess what? They don't like superheroes that much. But in all fairness, it's primarily a humor book. So here we go. All $1.
That's another series that's going on right now.
Yeah, no, it will just restarted. Now, there were 2 miniseries prior. This is the first miniseries, issue number 1. Issue number 2, Dr. Doom showing up. Issue number 3. And you guessed it. And also another reason why you know this comic was published in 1989. Look at the costume he's wearing. Issue number 4 with Wolverine. All right, and then we get Volume 2, which came out about a year later to coincide with the Acts of Vengeance storyline. Issue number 1, all $1. Issue number 2, Punisher, we missed you.
Did we?
Issue 3, the belle of the ball, She-Hulk. I know Twitter loves her. And issue 4. There you go. All $1. All right. And nobody cares. All right. Woo! All right. When's my next break? Let me just make sure I'm paying attention. 6:18. All right, so 6:30. So we got about. All right, now we're going to do some more weird books. You guys ready? We're going to just have, these are all on sale. We're having a good time. Or at least I'm pretending I am. No. All right, so let's just do, these are all $1. You ready? We're going to have some fun. We're going to burn through these. All $1. All $1. Okay, this artist is not Milton Caniff. I got it wrong. It is Fran Matera. But I love this cover. And yes, this Zanin, let everybody know what, let's call it a philosophy. What philosophy really inspired the publication of this title? And I'm talking about New Treasure Chest. That's volume 26, number 1. But not only do you get that weirdo on, what do they used to call them? Segways? Yeah, it's a Segway. But this is my favorite event. Ready? Chuck White and the Mini Ho. Come on. Band name, album title, Chuck White and the Mini Ho. And Zanin, just to make this joke a lot funnier, you make sure everyone knows, what denomination published this book. Again, they're all $1. They're all $1. Next up is, Space War. It's $1. They're all $1. Just have some fun. Let's burn through them. Charlton's version of Space War. Okay, don't call me Casper. Call me Timmy the Timid Ghost. There you go. It's like Casper's like the best friend he had in like 5th grade, and then they like both got to middle school, and Casper was like, "Yo, Timmy, you got some bad BO, brother, even for a dead child." I just can't hang out with you anymore. I'm going to hang out with those mean ghosts over there. And Timmy's like, but I'm scared of scarecrows. I'm not even going to say what issue numbers these are. They either grab your attention or not. Timmy the Timid Ghost finds a magic book. Look at this. Don't you dare say we're ripping off Casper. Okay, now, and don't worry, I'm not going to talk about my cousin. We have a bunch of issues of Ripley's, believe it or not. Ready, here we go. Believe it or not, beauty and grooming. Believe it or not, child prodigies. Believe it or not, more child prodigies. Believe it or not, crime and murder. I'm walking on air. Cruelty. Believe it or not, fairy tales and literature. Weird. Believe it. No, sorry. More fairy tale and literature. These are all $1. We're just having some dollar fun. Oh, this is my favorite. Believe it or not, death.
I believe
it. Feats of wonder. All right, Gary. No problem, buddy. Space War.
Space War.
Boom! Space War.
Not Star Trek, not Star Wars. Space
Oh yeah,
War.
Feats of Wonder. I said that one. That's a fun cover. Believe it or not, Modern Wonders. Yeah, and now we get to an early 2000 Dark Horse Comics brought Ripley's Believe It or Not back for a 4-issue miniseries, and we have issue 1 and 3 here. Into Thin Air, D.B. Cooper, Amelia Earhart, and the crew of the Mary Celeste. Actually, that's just really cool stories. And next up, Human Nature. Yay! All right. Now we're going to continue with some more dollar books. And this series is, I don't know how to pronounce it, so let's just call her Rima the Jungle Girl. Number 2, all Joe Kubert covers. I have no idea who wrote it or illustrated it. They're $1, so I'm not going to waste my time. You either want it for $1 or not. I don't know what to tell you. But those are all Joe Kubert covers, that's for sure. Number 3. Number 4. Yeah. All right. Number 5. And the last one that we have for Rima the Jungle Girl, Safari of Death, get away from our trophy, or the first bullet is yours. What a dick. Number 6. Yay, all right. And now we have a couple issues of DC's Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio before he was Ralph Macchio. Instead, he was in the Legion of Superheroes. Yep, that's right. It was a sci-fi book. So, Karate Kid. His name is Master Hand. Can Karate Kid stop? He'd probably stop him, of course. Yeah, I mean, what are we talking about here? Karate Kid number 4. Karate Kid number 5. The martial arts master of the Legion of Superheroes, who's Commander Blood, man. Oh, someone destroyed the future. So he's taking him out because he's from the future. Get it? Get it? $1. Never mind how you feel. I said kill him or else. That guy's mean. What a jerk. Yeah, what issue number is that? 9. Karate Kid. And much like the 90s, DC was probably like, man, people aren't buying Karate Kid. They're like, I know why. Let's throw Superboy or Superman or somebody on the book. And they were like, you're smart. So that's number 13. Just a buck. Karate Kid number 7. Oh my God, it's the first appearance of Gyro Master? Oh, right. Don't hold me to that. I have no idea if it's the first appearance. I've never heard of Gyro Master. Zayn, do you know who Gyro Master is? Did he appear in like Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 238 in 1962? $1. Karate Kid number 15. Kamandi shows up. That's cool. Kamandi. All right. Now we get back to some Charlton comics. Specifically, 1975 early John Byrne art. And what book was John Byrne working on? Not E-Man. Yeah, he was working on E-Man. But this isn't E-Man. This is instead Doomsday +1. So here we go. First issue. Third issue. 4th issue. Allbuck, 6th issue. 8th issue. It looks like John Byrne got bored and created the Doomsday Squad with classic art by John Byrne. Number 5. All right, there. Oh, and then last but not least, Charlton Comics, Charlton Classics presents my friend and yours, Hercules, number 1. Hercules. I didn't have to do it. You're happy, aren't you?
I am.
Because you knew I was going to do it. I could feel myself. I could feel it. It was like coming. I was like, oh my God. I bet you they can't wait. I'm going to do the most obvious joke of only of a certain generation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. All right, now I'm going to catch up real fast.
A lot of claims.
Oh, shoot. Really? Oh, 69 Mega came back.
Yes.
Nice.
He's back with the Future's Here for Dating.
All right. Future's Here for Dating. All right, so here, let me catch up real fast, folks. Sorry about that. Yep, Zanin, you got it. Notorious comic created by the Roman Catholic Church. All right, so Gary, I got your Space War. Oh, and Mr. McHale, you want the first Space War. There you go. All right.
Space War.
Space War. All right. I got leaned back thinking I was closer. Okay, and then we got Death and all right. So Mr. McHale's got Ripley, believe it or not, Death. Well, Gary did the Into the Air. Got it. There's the Death. Okay.
And Rima.
All right. So there's Mr. McHale. There's Gary. All right. Boom. These are definitely in all the comics. Yeah, they're definitely. Okay, so Rima 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which I think is all of them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's go on Mr. McHale.
Rima.
Gotcha. Rima. Oh, Rima. All right, Gyro Master is a workout at home machine. Gary's going for and the Hercules. All right, Gary. Dude, John Byrne loves you, Gary. John Byrne loves you. You validated his early career. All right, so that's Mr. McHale. Gary. All right, fellas, I got you. Appreciate it. Good times. Okay, what do we got? 628. Kyle, we want to do we'll do a break now, and then we'll do our final segment, and we'll just keep these dollar comics going. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So
hey, it's producer Kyle. If you like going places where the action never stops, like Las Vegas, the Caribbean, and Atlantic City, then you're probably not who I want to talk to. But if you want to surround yourself with amazing comic books and comic book content made by a devoted group of smart and funny industry insiders, the Experience Members Club was made for you. You can join the experience by becoming a supporting member of our YouTube channel. You get access to exclusive content that no one else gets, like members-only live streams, pre-sales, one-on-one Q&As with production staff, and other content that's exclusively for members. Plus, for a limited time, if you sign up now, you'll be entered into our giveaway of a slabbed comic book. Just call this 1-8... Wait, hold on. It's 2022. No one makes phone calls anymore. Scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen, or just visit the membership section of our YouTube page, and you'll be on the VIP line of the comic book buffet, baby. Look at the size of those perks. Join today, and I'll be saying, who loves you, baby? Me. The answer was me.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident Last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show, on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
Hi, I'm Jacob Murray, writer of The Eighth Immortal and Court of the Dead comic from Sideshow Collectibles, and you're watching The Experience.
The peak of health at her age.
Peak of dog health.
Oh, you better believe it. Parker got
Big dog health.
first blood. They reach, your dogs reach a certain age. Gotta see how those kidneys are doing, how those thyroids are doing, everything like that. Parker came back. Perfect. Love my baby. Love my baby. She'll be back. Especially now that I have control. I'll just keep her. This will be her pen. Yeah. I will. I'll be like, hey, you better be careful. Don't come over this register. This dog will eat you or fall in love with you. I don't know. All right, so yeah, welcome back, everybody. This is our final segment of the evening. So we're gonna be, and I guess we didn't do a giveaway, so we'll just run this up. So I'm gonna do. I got 2 piles of $1 comics here. I got 1 pile of $2 comics. And I have a bunch of boxes back here, which will probably also end up being $1 books as well. So if you are interested in hanging out with us for the next 20 some odd minutes, we are going to just have fun and burn through books and make terrible jokes and try to entertain one another and, just forget that the abyss and the void is coming for us all, and that inevitably we will all be forgotten one day. In the same way that almost all of this will also be forgotten one day during the heat death of the sun.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate it. I'm starting to lose myself there for a moment. All right. Here we go. Gary got it. 2 piles of $1, 1 pile of 2s. Boom. Let's do the $. Next up is some more Charlton comics. This is Charlton's sort of anthology series called Charlton Bullseye. So you had some like superhero funny animal stuff. Are you okay? Oh, I thought you were having like a Charlie horse or something. Let's see what we got. We got the Vanguards. We got Warhund. We got Thunder Bunny. All new weird and scary stories. Ooh, Blood. Don't confuse them with Conan. Completely different characters. Thunder Bunny's back. And then we'll deal with some DC Steel, the Indestructible Man.
Oh, is that after Superman died?
No, this is Bronze Age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the Steel who's not John Henry Irons. Yeah, it's a different Steel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll say this. Twitter would be very upset if Shaquille O'Neal played this Steel.
Well, he did.
Yeah. No. This Steel. They would be very upset and make a lot of weird accusations and, I don't know, get upset in a way that I just don't think that their entitlement and privilege really warrants them.
Little Mermaids.
Oh, hold on. Let me go grab my Little Mermaid comics. Let's see how the internet reacts.
Not well.
You know what? I'm sorry.
It's a fish.
No. It's one reason. It's just one reason. I don't have to say it. And anyone who tries to make a different argument, I'm sorry.
You're wrong.
There's one reason why I got 1 million dislikes. One reason. And it wasn't because people couldn't wait for their live action Little Mermaid. All right? One reason. You don't need me to tell you.
It's a fish.
Oh no, there's a. Sorry. Dollar Comics. Woo! Yeah! Boom! Charlton! Yay! All right, so here we go.
Come online 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, Captain Catnip. That's right. That is Captain Catnip. I can't even say it. There's no T. Some woman who's not the Scarlet Witch. The Vanguards. Cool. They're all a buck. These are all a buck. Warhund. Thunder Bunny. Look at that cover. Come on, people. Why do we read comics if not for goofy stuff like this? Look at that cover. Good Lord. Oh, this guy looks like he's not having a good night. He's just it's bad night, guys. Bad night. Oh yeah, here we go. Blood. 2 Ds. That makes him so much cooler. He's a double deer. Yep. Thunder Bunny's back versus the Big Cam. He turned pink though. What happened? Oh, Gary. Okay, buddy. Well, that was all of them. So Gary, they're all yours. Damn it, Gary. Did he beat you to it?
Yeah.
Oh, sucks for you, bud. Gary coming in. Dude, okay. I don't want to overdo it. Gary is definitely dropping claim bombs. Like, it's like napalm. You know what? He doesn't even say issue numbers. He's just like all the bullseyes. He's like boom, 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 boom.
I think the claim bombs should get something later on in the whole scheme of things.
Well, I don't know. What are you talking about?
The stupid sticker.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll throw him. Yeah. He claimed them.
A yo-yo sticker.
Yeah, here's a pin. Here are the steals, the Instructable Man. We got issue 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, these are all a buck. Here we go. Boom. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5.
Are people going to have problems with Shaq playing that steal for the same reason they think he played Shazam?
You know what? Yeah.
I'll be honest. In all fairness, the Berenstein, the Mandela effect stuff, most of that is just you have a bad memory, or people were saying it wrong, but they were saying it wrong during an early period of child development, so it imprints and it becomes that reality. That's fine. But even I convinced myself at one point that Sinbad did a genie movie, Kazam or whatever. Like, even I was convinced that happened. Now that one that's trippy. Because that is like, it's almost like we were like Inception, or like that is viral like thoughts. That's like a Grant Morrison, Gary, like just thought virus. Huh. See? Huh. All right, cool. Just making sure I'm all caught up. Good. All right.
I got into a fight with a guy on TikTok about that, by the way, and actually got in trouble with TikTok.
I'll be honest with you. Al and I were working one day, and Al goes, "Hey, you ever see that Sinbad Kazam movie or whatever?" And I just went, "Oh yeah," and I just went on about it. And I just talked about it, and he just nodded and just watched me. And then I came to the end of whatever bloviating BS I was going on about, and he was like, "Never happened." And I was like, "That's not true." And I was like, wait.
Shazam.
Shazam. It's Mr. McHale, I got you, buddy. I got you.
Were you just reciting the plot points of First Kid, which Sinbad was actually in?
No, that's true.
And was awful, but I really loved it because he went to the mall and played a VR machine. Like, that was like pivotal for my childhood, because then every time I saw one of those, like, I had to play it because it was in that movie with Sinbad.
Yeah, of course. In fact, what movie was Sinbad good in? Not Jingle All the Way. You play a post.
No,
that was Sinbad been good in.
That was a Jingle.
All right, Jingle All the Way trivia. was that
Wait,
was the
wow,
big-
real quick. Jason, you were kidding,
No,
right?
it wasn't last time.
About last night. Jason thought, real fast, everybody. It wasn't a shtick. Jason thinks Sinbad
Jingle All the Way, he's
is
the
not
postman.
in Jingle
All right,
All the Way.
He's the postman.
Jason thinks Sinbad is the big star next to Arnold in The Last Action
No,
Hero.
Last Action Hero is different. Yeah, Jingle All the Way is the postman.
Just so we're all clear.
I corrected myself.
What movie Jason thinks Sinbad is in. And it ain't Jingle All the Way.
Shut up, I hate you.
So
By the way,
before
your prey take sucks too.
before The Rock and John Cena and those guys were doing every movie, the first WWE superstar to be in a movie since Roddy Piper was The Big Show as Giant Santa in Jingle All the Way.
That's right. Wait, say his name again.
The Big Show?
The Big Show, right? Yeah, wasn't he also like a nanny or something, or a bus driver in some movie?
He did a bunch of movies when he was with Turner when he was at WCW.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Triple H was in the driving a school bus movie.
You think you're Happy Madison? Billy Madison. It was.
Gary! Dude! I don't know how to reward you, dude. I don't know what to give you. That's the best.
Random sticker.
I know. Gary's getting a random sticker. All right. Gary, that was awesome. I loved it. No one can top it. Jason, pick a sticker for Gary. He's getting it.
You were getting.
Oh, he's getting the Iceman. I'll never eat another frozen dinner sticker. All right, that's going to Gary. That's yours, buddy. Come for the comic state for the Jingle All the Way jersey. I gotta be honest, sometimes I really enjoy doing this. It really does feel like we're all just hanging out bullshit. Oh, excuse me. All right, these are not $1 because they actually do have some value. These are all $2. Let's burn through them really fast. The series that I'm talking about is not Nick Fury's Howling Commandos. It is Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Raiders. Just so we're clear, that is not a Pornhub search. It is a war comic from the late Silver Age in Marvel, 12 centers. So all of these are $2, and I'm pretty sure this was all the Pacific Theater stuff, especially because in issue number 2, you have the first team appearance of the Samurai Squad. Nothing tone deaf about that. So all of these are $2, and here we go. Issue 2 of Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Raiders. Number 4. Number 7. They're surfing. Maybe Robert Duvall wasn't. Maybe he was right. Apocalypse Now. Well, this is World War II, but it's like this is Robert Duvall's character's like older brother.
He just got lost. Extra.
Oh wait, and just to be more confused, objective Ben Grimm. What? All right.
Well, they got fun Big Grimm.
Number 8, mission foul ball.
What, they play baseball here?
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Folks, the title changes to Captain Savage and his Battlefield Raiders. That's number 10. Number 11 with a guest starring Sergeant Fury.
These also came out 20 years after World War II.
Oh, yeah. No, this is number 12. Like, these are comics kids in Vietnam read.
Yeah.
Number 13. Number 15, some nice John Severin art. Number 16. Number 17. All right, Mr. McHale, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get into semantics. Do you want all of the Captain Savages, or do you just want the Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Raiders? So, I know,
I don't want to like push. Maybe these Leatherneck Raiders like fill a collection, or like he's like I don't want and his Battlefield Raiders. I don't want to make assumptions. All right, that's all. So I'm going to put all of these aside. But Mr. McHale, let me know. Do you want the whole pile, or do you just want the Leatherneck Raiders? But I'll put them all off to the side. They're all $2, like I said. Boom. All right, there we go. All right, got it, Mr. McHale. They are yours, my friend. All right, take it all. These are the $2 boxes. All right, we got Gary's sticker. Yeah, you know what? We got 9 more stickers. Mr. Lamazov, he gave us those stickers. We previewed them, 2 weeks ago? And so now it's official now. Whatever cracks us up the most is a comment. We'll get a sticker. Maybe we'll go through 4 or 5 shows where no one makes us laugh. And so no one gets a sticker. Trust me. These are really good stickers.
Listen, I'm not here to...
And if anything, you better all hope to win the prize sticker.
Some of them are...
No, but the best one is Galactus without pants.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
That's right, folks. It's the infamous Galactus without pants sticker. All right? Who knows what show it'll happen? Who knows? We don't know. Tune in every week.
I would say
special.
Vision doing the yo-yo is not bad. That's a decent.
That is a very good one.
That's a good
maybe. Oh, you have no chance of winning any of these.
No, I'm not.
You're not. No, you can't. You're not.
I'm not going.
In fact, you're part of how we're going to. You and I are going to. Yeah. All right. Let's sell some comics.
This idea. I can't
We
take it.
sell comics. We sell comics. All right, now. All right. Hey, I have no shame. What do I care? All right, I'm gonna be dead one day. None of this is gonna matter. All right, so now we're selling.
That's your legacy right there.
Oh, trust me, you know what my tombstone is? First of all, the tombstone will be an empty grave because either I'm going to die in a gutter and be Zanin, thank you, reverence, Jesus and Mary Chain. Good man, Zanin. I'm going to come up with a good song before we go. But yeah, I'm going to be cremated or left in a gutter or dumped in a hole with a bunch of other bodies, John Does and stuff like that. But like a tombstone that I read one time, and I can't remember where I read it. I want to just have a tombstone that just says, I don't know, he was here a moment ago.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you. All right. So this little pile here, which is all Daredevil, are all $1. Now, it's a very specific era of Daredevil. It is the final Ann Nocenti storyline where Daredevil comes back from hell, and he has amnesia. And at one point, he gets confused and thinks that he's his father, and he becomes a blind boxer, while Bullseye runs around the whole city killing people in, you guessed it, a Daredevil costume. And then Ann Nocenti leaves the book, and D.G. Chichester comes onto the book, which leads up to some Punisher guest appearances, Daredevil fights the Hand, Ghost Rider shows up, because of course, this is the 90s. God. And inevitably, we lead to the Fall Last Rites, which is the fall of the Kingpin, leading up to issue 300. The other good thing about this, except for very few examples, Lee Weeks comes onto the Daredevil book and actually has a wonderful run on the title. So this is issue 284 through 300, except... Did I already take it out? Yeah, all right, I already took it out. There's one issue in this run that actually has value, and that is issue 290. So that is Mr. Ebner. How you doing, buddy? All right, so Mr. Ebner, just in case you change your mind, they're all $1. 284, 285, 286, 87, 288, 289, 291, 292, 293, 294, the aforementioned Ghost Rider, yay, 295, 296, the beginning of the Last Rites storyline with the return of Typhoid Mary, 297, 298, little Nick Fury. All right, Mr. Ebner, I got you. Thanks, bud. 299. Looks like the heat's getting turned up on little Mr. Wilson Fisk, which leads to issue 300, where Daredevil mocks Kingpin for crying, and it all gets very uncomfortable and weird between the two of them. All right, Mr. Ebner, these are all yours, all for $1. There you go. Let me just get a new Mr. Ebner coming in.
That could be blind play bond.
Don't reach. Don't reach. It has
No,
to
that's
come.
what Gary said.
Gary said it. Gary said it.
Oh.
All right. Then Gary said it.
All right, it's out of my mouth.
Yeah. It goes to show how we're all influenced by how we think of each other.
Well, I guess I'll just sit here then.
No, actually, I was going to agree with you, but I like to bust your balls before I actually give you credit. It's kind of our it's our shtick. It's our live shtick.
It's a shtick here. I hate him. He's so mean to me. He beats me when they close up the show.
Oh my God. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Is there any last? Excuse me. Let me just make sure. Is there anything last but not least that I can toss some people we can burn through? Sorry. Just let me take a quick look here. What could we sell?
You sell books, comics. You sell comics.
I got some Fantastic Fours. Ooh. Hey, if you want some, you know what? Screw it. All right, here we go. All right, just so we're clear, these are all $2. Okay, they're all $2. This is from the early 300s through Walt Simonson's run on the Fantastic Four. Okay, and I'm gonna burn through these. Jason, don't let me forget to make sure I get the last music. In fact, you know what? Here, do me a favor. Go through the chat and find the playlist songs. All right. So we got early Steve Englehart, Fantastic Four, and then we move into the Walt Simonson era of Fantastic Four. Most of these issues are all like high grade to very fine pluses, and they range from prices around $5 to $6. So we're going to do $2 for each of these, and for the last couple minutes, we're going to burn through these really fast. Everyone ready? Here we go. 306. 311. Sorry. 312. 313. Wow, there's a lot of newsstands in here. 314.
Can we have me do something else?
316. All right, then drop it. 318. 322. 326. This is all late 80s and then like 90. 327. 328. 329. 331. 332. 333. And now we get into the Walt Simonson run with the beginning of the Acts of Vengeance. That is 334. 336. And now we jump into that whole time variance authority thing. But don't worry, the big keys are gone. That's why I'm selling these all for $2 each. 337. 338. The non-newsstand 338. 339. 340. 341. 342. 343. A wonderful cover coming up next. 345. This is a big one. 350, the return of the real Dr. Doom and the return of Ben Grimm as the actual Thing. 351, some guest pencils by Mark Bagley right before he was about to take over Amazing Spider-Man. 354, 355, 356, 357, 362, and the last three issues we have, 363, 365, and 366. All right, so I saw 313. All right, Mr. McHale, 313. Looks like Mr. Snyder, you're getting a 351. Gary's got a 345. All right, 351, 351. Where are you? There we go. 351. Was Gary's 343? What was Gary's?
Gary's 345.
345. All right. Oh, is that the phone cover? Gary's got taste. Oh, yeah. Gary, good man.
Gary's got taste.
Gary's got taste. Yeah.
What do you say? Nothing but bad things about me.
All right. David, I'm actually surprised you were buying Fantastic Four at that time. So I'm happy. Good man. Ladies, gentlemen, and felons, this has been a blast. Did I miss anything? Let's just make sure.
351, 345,
All right,
346.
And we got our songs. David gave us Reverence. All right. Oh, wait, no. Who gave us Reverence? And then
David.
No.
Gave you Ballad of Springer.
No, he gave us David.
Sparrow Avenue.
Okay, Ballad of Spiro Agnew, Tom Paxson. And who gave the Reverence?
No, that was Kyle.
Oh, Kyle's just.
No, Reverence was.
Oh, no, that's Jesus and Mary Chain. That's right.
Yes, Jesus and Mary Chain.
Here we go. Good one, guys. Oh, I haven't done one yet. Oh no. Okay, song I'm gonna do.
Which was Zanin.
The Foals. What went down? Write it down, Jason. What went down? The Foals.
I think 69 Mega would like to recommend When a Man Loves a Woman.
Oh, okay. Sure. Is that for real?
No, but we had to block them from trying to sell us on their mail order bride service twice.
No, but did they actually suggest When a Man Loves a Woman, or did you infer that?
I'm inferring that from their business model.
Got it. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure. Mr. McHale, 351 and 344. Okay, hold on. Let me. All right, so here we go. 338, 339. Boom, 338. And 339. Okay, that's Mr. McHale. Boom, there we go.
They would also settle for Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'.
355 for Gary. 355, 340 for Mr. McHale. 355 for Gary, the wrecker. All right, Gary. Oh, and Mr. McHale gets the first appearance of the Black Celestial. You don't need me to make the joke. Gary, boom, 340. All right, so Mr. McHale got it. Did I get the 351? No, I didn't get 351. All right, so 351 and 363. All right, little last minute business. 363 and 351. 351, where are you? Do we have a 351? Shoot. Let's see it. Do I have a 351? Shoot, I might not have a 351 up here. Oh, no. Snyder already got 351. Sorry, Mr. McHale. 351 was claimed already. You got Duke running down a dream. And actually, you know what? Gary's got a point. Put When a Man Loves a Woman. I'll maybe Roland. I don't know if Roland will go with the original or if he's going to find some weird twisted version of it to really fit the origin of When a Man Loves a Woman suggestion. All right, so
there is a great version by Percy Sledge.
Gary, 355. Gotcha. Mr. McHale, 340. All right, the 351 was claimed. I got the 363. All right, the rest in the 340s, Mr. McHale. All right, so what is that? That is 343, 342, 341. And I believe that's it for the 340s. Yes, I believe that's true. All right, just make sure. Yep. All right, so the rest of the 40s, Mr. McHale, is 343, 342, and 341. Let's go on to Mr. McHale there. All right. And 365. All right, 365. Okay, here we go. It's clobbering time. All right, fun question for anyone who's still watching. How many times do you think It's Clobbering Time has appeared on a comic book cover?
When's the first time it happened?
Ooh, look at Jason undermining me.
I bought that book.
Cool. All right, well, with that, okay, Mr. Ebner. All right. Okay. I guess Mike is happy that I didn't end it too quick. All right, so Mr. Ebner, now these are all $1, so it's a good pile, but they're $1. All right, here we go. So Mr. Ebner, they're all $1 though. So Mr. Ebner came in at the very end.
Out the bombs.
I know, just destroying stuff.
Stopping these bombs.
Gary, good point. Oh no, they're all $2. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Did I keep saying $1?
Ebner, he corrected you.
Right. But does Mr. McHale and Gary, let me know if you were working off of what I originally said, or was I being a jack tool?
Well, Ebner claimed them and then corrected you.
Yeah, right. Because I lost track. Yeah, because these are all like $5, $6 books, and they're pretty nice. I didn't want to. All right. Hopefully it's all right. So let me just. So this is. All right,
I found the crazy version of When a Man Loves a Woman that's going to wind up on our playlist. I can pick it now.
You feel it?
It's When a Man Loves a Chicken by Bob Rivers.
What the heck? No, you gotta get away from the internet.
Oh, that's a good one, man. That is good. Oh, okay. Okay.
Get off Reddit.
Honestly, guys, I really appreciate you're looking out for me. Because there's a lot of people who be like, you changed it to $1. I'm like, I'm such a fool. All right. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been a blast. So I guess we're gonna call it. Good thing we don't have a show directly after us, because we have run 4 minutes too long.
Yeah, tell with him.
Yeah, so Kyle, I probably would have held back doing the Fantastic Fours at the very end if I knew we had a hard out.
Kyle had bad sweepstakes. He's gonna go.
Well, it's a good thing I canceled that show for tonight then.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it so much, especially for anyone who endured our beautiful, wonderful, nostalgic, old school technical issues. Man, it ain't a latchkey show without Cobras, Cougars, and Ninjas. We don't do anything the right way. We look forward to seeing you all back here hopefully next week. Who the heck knows when I'm going to pull out my butt. But we still got Jason in the house until he runs off to Italy or whatever the heck he's doing. But don't forget, October 9th, Zanian will be out of the chat, back in the show with reports from New York Comic-Con and all of his experiences. Thank you. Everyone have a wonderful week. And more importantly, go Birds! See ya.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.